Okay. Welcome to Yerushalmi Bava Kama Daf Beis. We're at the bottom line of Daf Aleph Amid Beis. Rabbi Yirmiyah Boy Hois Malachas Paletas Asav Machu. Rabbi Yirmiyah asks, what about the case? I'm going here with the Maraful Shat. If as it's walking, it uproots grass. So I'm Rabbi Yossi, Mama Miniyach, Gachel Sushus Arabim. We're going to go with the Marafulda's gears of him. Mom Rabbi Yossi, Mama Miniyach, Gachel Samach Lushus Arabim, Ad Mokoim. Right. Shima leches himazekis. And the guy's chayiv to pay, even though it's samach l'shus rabim. He didn't put it in the rishus rabim, so if it goes out and eventually damages, even though he put it nearby the rishus rabim, he's chayiv to pay. So we see from over here, and the kasha, I should explain this in the kasha. The kasha according to Rav Fulda is that this guy, right, this animal, when it was walking, so as it uprooted, so it didn't cause the damage that it would happen eventually, but by these plants, by being uprooted, they're eventually going to die. So this is kind of like a grama kind of thing. So the question is, in that case, is he chayiv or not? And that's what we're comparing to a case where he takes a puts it next to the Rishus Rabbim. Samach Rishus Rabbim. So it's not mamish in the Rishus Rabbim. So it's saying over there that the guy, whoever placed it next to Rishus Rabbim, even though it's not in the Rishus Rabbim, the Gechelis, he's mechuyev to pay for it. You can understand my kedoin. What kind of proof is it from the Gacheles to here? The Gacheles itself causes the damage. Mashenkin over here, the behema didn't cause the damage in the sense that it didn't ruin the tfu over here. It uprooted them, but it didn't ruin them in and of itself. So that's not a comparison. Amar Rabbi Yossi Rabbi Bun. He left a knife which has a din of eish, and he left a knife next to Shusran. So we say over here the same way that a person, that the person puts the knife next to the Shusar Rabim, the damage over here, that's the Ascholas Hanezek over here. So in other words, it's going to destroy eventually at some point. It's going to destroy. That's the comparison that we have over here, right? The person touches one side and of the of the knife. So now the damage, he pushes it in one way or another. Now it starts to cause damage. So that's the beginning of the damage. So to over here, and you chayv. So to over here, you'll be chayv. This is the beginning of the damage. Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Bon, B'Shem Rabbi Levi, Bor Malimayim, B'Nafal Shem Gedi Cotton. He compares it to a case. You have a pit full of water, and a small gedi falls into it. V'nichsu mayim derech oznav, v'nischalchil kuloi, v'koyin nischalchil also kuloi. So Enochanami, when it fell in, it was quote unquote okay, the gedi, and eventually it drowned, and we'll mechayiv the person with the bar. So to over here, Enochanami, it uprooted it, so the damage wasn't caused to the tfu immediately, but that's the instigating factor here, the damage, and therefore it'd be chayv over here too. Rabbi Yirmiyah Boy, Hois Malachs Ma'keres Hasav Begufo, Uvekaneo Mahu Shinehu. So as it's going along, it's uprooting grass, Begufo, with its body, not with its feet. So it's somehow with its body, it's walking along. Maybe it's like next to a mountain, it's uprooting with its body or with its horns. Shinehu, and it's chatzi nezik, or darker lechein, and it's the normal way, and it will be nezik sholi. Rabban Bachi b'Shem Reb Shmuel Rav Yitzchak, Im lo inem ashor yisi lomet shor min abor. Ma'am abor shein darka leilch lahazik, chayv l'shalem, shor shedarka leilch lahazik, le'kol shekein. So Zok Reb Shmuel Rav Yitzchak is not coming to answer this question. Says Im lo inem ashor yisi lomet shor min abor. I didn't have to write shor. I can learn shor from abor. Ma'am abor shein darka leilch lahazik, ma'adach abor, where it doesn't go around, right? It's stationary, and yet chayiv l'shalom shoshadak lechazik l'koshkin zichi, you should be chayiv. It requires a higher element of shmira. Oima bor mishal nezik sholem. So af hashor should also be mishalim nezik sholem. Or I can say alternatively that the same I can't learn bar from shor. Why? Because then I would think the same way a bar pays nezik sholem, maybe shor should also pay nezik sholem. Oy ma shor mishal nezik chatzi nezik, af a bar mishal also chatzi nezik. And right, and the same way shor pays chatzi nezik, so to a bar will pay chatzi nezik. So there's no way. So Eloi never shor. So there's no way for me to have learned shor from bar, in fact, or vice versa. Ilu nema shor yisi lamed shor min abar, obviously not. Or ilu loy nema bar yisi lamed bar min ashor, also certainly, obviously not. So what the Gemara is bothered by is what's the loy hare, right? We have loy hashor karei amav loy amav. Normally we do this if there's a common denominator, right? So the Gemara says loy hare this karei that, right? I would think this net divatzad shov shebehen, etc., etc. Over here, they're not similar at all. What's the havamina to put them together in the first place? So what's the loy hare? The lama teninsa hachos. Why did we learn this loy hare? The isle milin sagin, because this is the way of expanding. The Tana wanted to expand, and the Pnei Moshe brings down lahagdil Torah Adira. We wanted to expand on the details of shar, bar, etc. So therefore, we gave you loyare this, that this says that. So we're giving you, in the Tana's feeding you information as we're going along. So that's why we chose. That's why the Tana chose to structure it in this way. And Cain loyare Moshe kare mishkav, loyare mishkav kare Moshe. So again, so we say over here loyare Moshe kare mishkav. Now the Moshe mishkav over here we're talking about somebody's a zav. And we know that a mishkav, and this is a little bit of a shas, kind of going through these different sugyas over here. So, Lo'erei Moshe Kurei Mishkav, Lo'erei Mishkav Kumei Moshe. They're very we can't learn them from, again, there's a similar lashon of the Loi Harei. We're going to go through a few of these examples. Obviously, you can't learn one from the other. Mishkav is Mishkav is Metama. Mishkav is Metama from right, with one tefach. I'm sorry, Moshev is Matama. I'm sorry, I apologize. Moshev is Matama one tefach. Mishka is four tefachim. You can't learn the Moshev. Nichalere Moshev Kare Mishkov in Moshev tefach Yitma Mishkov Barbot tefachim. Obviously, right? How do you learn one from the other? Pnei Mishkov Barbot tefachim Yitma Moshev tefach. How would I know one? In other words, the was being facetious over there. If this is Matama tefach, the Mishkov is going to be four tefachim. Obviously, I can't learn it. Right? They can't learn them from each other. So what's this lashon again? How do Ilu loynema mishkav yisi lomet mishkav min moshav. Ilu loynema moshav yisi lomet moshav min mishkav. Obviously not. So then, what's again the loy hare? V'lamet tenin sahacha. This leitenu sagin milan. Because again, the Gemara wants to the Mishnah wants to expound on these subjects. So to give you that information, the Mishnah chose to give it over in the lashon loy hare. Kain loy parshas neiris karei parshas shiluach tamei. Right, so we have over there's a limit over there that the same way the lining in the menorah, that's the neiris, it says Savas B'nei over Yikolech Hashem and Zayzach, that's the Tzavo. Vasik Sevayas Keinar and Pasha Shluach Tameim, right? When it came, it says over there, Savas B'nei So, Vishachum and Amachna, Kol Tzura, V'cholzav, etc. So you have to send the people out to Ksiv Has, most of Yasu came B'nei So V'yishlechu. So we say over there the same way, it's Tzav is now, and it's miyad uladayris. The binaris so too v'shluach tameim. It's also miyad uladayris. So Eloi nema pasha shluach tameim. You see lama pasha shluach tameim and pasha neiris. No, right. I think I skipped something. Right. We'll just start again from here. Kain loy pasha neiris. Karei pasha shluach tameim. Loy pasha shluach tameim. Karei pasha neiris. They have nothing similar to each other. What's the loy array? Eloi nema pasha shluach tameim. You see lama. Pasha Shuluach Temein Pashas Neris? Obviously not. One has nothing, no shaykhs to the other. The sugis have nothing to do with each other. V'lam teninsa, why were they learned? V'lam teninsa hachadis le'tanuya sagin milim. Because we want to teach you, we want to expand on those halachas. So we chose to give it over to you in a way that's loy hare, so we can expand on those halachas. Kein atzad shov shebehen, shem betzav miyad l'doris, av kol shu betzav miyad l'doris. So it's just any go with that limit over here. That any time it says tzav, it means both miyad, that takes place, this mitzvah, this particular mitzvah takes place right away, and also it goes, it goes l'dairis as well. I'll stop here for daf beis.